And boys, we are back here with another college football ultimate team video. Now today's video is going to be something we've never done on the channel before. So today we're going to be going over my 10 must-have cards, also who I think are the 10 best cards currently in the game. But on top of that as well, we're going to have some cheap alternatives to the top end cards. I know not everyone can afford every single card.
Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILLA at checkout for 5% off your order.
So we're going to get it started right here at number 10. I will say there is more defensive cards in this video than offensive. And I also want to say this isn't necessarily me saying number 1 is the best card. You can argue placement throughout this list, but at number 10 that I am very much recommending to a lot of people, we're going to go over to strong safety right here. It's going to be Gerard Holyman. I know I suck at saying names. I got it with the Quinn Ewers video there. Ewers. No, I was saying Ewers. My bad. But anyway, back to Gerard Holyman right here. Holyman. Again, you can critique my pronunciation in the comments, but the reason why I like this card, 6 foot, 87 speed, 86 acceleration, 85 agility, 87 change of direction. But on top of that as well, he's one of the safeties in the game that get the balance of man and zone. And I think this card plays absolutely phenomenal. And I think he's deserving to be on this list, man. I think he's one of the best cards in the game. He's, again, one of my personal favorite cards. Now, Gerard is currently going for like 250K. I don't think that is like a bad price point for him. I think he's worth that price. But again, we're going to have alternatives to every single option. A slight little cop-out answer is, oh, just play the house rules, get Corey Thomas Jr. I know now I definitely say winning the 250 games, not worth it anymore. This card is still good though, 6'4", 85 speed, 86 acceleration, but we're not really focused on him. The person that I would recommend if you can't get Gerard Holyman and you're on a little bit of a budget, we're actually going to flip this over to free safety, which there are a couple cards that I could mention. For instance, super budget wise, I think you guys know about King Mack. Like he would be like the lowest price point, the 85 speed at 83 overall. Fantastic. Also does hit 80 zone as well, so it's not like he can't play zone coverage. Can get the ball hawk and all that stuff. But another card that I just want to spotlight, because I feel like there's never been a good opportunity to go over Sebastian Castro. Now, this card can't get abilities, but the reasons why I like Holyman, I also like Castro, and I pretty much just want to say this card is really, really good. 5'11" height, 85 speed, 85 acceleration. But why did I like Gerard? It was the balance between man coverage and zone coverage, and Sebastian has just that 85 man, 85 zone, and he's going for 125K, basically half the price of Gerard. Now we're going to go to number 9 and number 8 right here. I will say for a while, and I mean a while, Tacario Davis was here, and this was a card that it feels kind of criminal leaving him off. He would be like my number 11 for sure. Love this card, but I already had 2 CBs on the list, and the 2 CBs I settled on, Will Johnson, Travis Hunter. I feel like these 2 cards on the defense side of the ball were actual difference makers, and again, I feel like Tacario Davis was that as well. It's just these 2 dudes, next level good. You should probably have all 3 of them if you want the best team in the game. But Will Johnson, 6'2" height, the 88 speed, the 87 acceleration, the 89 man, the 85 zone, the 89 press. Like he is absolutely elite in man coverage. Like he's one of the few corners in the game where when I was running heavy man coverage, if I man up Will Johnson to that receiver, I trust Will Johnson. And I can't say that about a lot of corners in this game. We're about to be out of season 1 and this card is still making the list, and we could have had him day 1. Kind of crazy, right? Now, besides Will Johnson, again, I went Travis Hunter. I can see Tacario Davis here because Tacario Davis does have him beat on the height, but Travis Hunter with the 88 speed, the 87 acceleration, the 87 agility, the 89 change of direction. I thought this card moved actually really, really fluid, I guess I would say. The 88 man coverage, the 84 zone. I just thought this card actually just made plays. I noticed him on defense, and I did a spotlight video on Travis Hunter, so it definitely was like we were trying to force feed him and make plays with them. I just thought this card was absolutely phenomenal. Worth the price point? No. Now, besides Will Johnson and Travis Hunter, again, we want cheaper alternatives to both these cards. Well, someone that should be mentioned is Aiden White from the Gauntlet. I think this card's still relatively easy to get. The only thing that kind of sucks is if you play like stem glitchers and stuff. That is actually the worst shit in the game. Aiden White, 87 speed, 87 acceleration, 6 foot. This is kind of a cop-out answer, I will say, because he's free from the Gauntlet, just won the Gauntlet. I know, easier said than done, but 87 zone. But besides Aiden White, right? Like we have so many LTD CBs. Who is there really to talk about that I feel like is at that top end level? Or I don't want to say top end level, but pretty damn close that you could see results from. I will just say field pass Kobe Bryant. This is a card that is still my slot corner in the game. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's really special at anything. I will say once you're able to get him to an 89, I feel like he's the easy choice because just again, the amount of CBs that are LTDs and stuff that are crazy expensive. We're looking at a card at potentially an 89 overall, 88 speed, which aligns with like Travis Hunter and Will Johnson. But this Kobe card, he's just extremely balanced, good in a zone-based defense, not crazy in man coverage, but he can hold it down. So I would say Kobe is one of the alternatives. Now, besides Kobe, this is another corner that we're going with the base leads, and we're kind of scrolling down a little bit, but gotta mention my guy, Ephesians Prysock. I tried to say it, but this is another card that I think is really good in a zone-based defense, but he can also get the job done in man because 6'4", huge player mon, 82 speed, 82 acceleration, not out of this world by any means. Like when you have certain budget cards like this, you can't ask him to play press man versus Luther Burden. Like that's just not gonna happen. But I feel like if you're smart with how you use this card, he is so good. So we're gonna have Kobe and Prysock as our alternatives to Travis Hunter and Will Johnson. All right, and now we're going to number 7 right here. I will say number 7 does not have an alternative because I think he is so much worth his price. It's not even funny. It's Colin Oliver right here. Right now on Xbox is going for like 161K. That is such a fair price. And honestly, I think it's practically stealing for what this card can do because Colin Oliver, no matter if you want a pass rusher, a coverage player, a user, he can do literally everything. And this card is 6'2", 86 speed, 85 acceleration, great pass rush, 86 finesse moves, 85 power moves, good block shed. But how he really separates himself, man and zone coverage are great for the linebacker. Like we're going to do something real quick after this, but that 87 zone coverage hitting that 85 tier, right? Let's go ahead and just select all linebackers right here. And let's go ahead and sort by zone coverage right here. And what you're going to see is Colin Oliver, number 1. Let's go to number 2 right here, TJ Watt. TJ Watt doesn't even hit that 85 level of zone. I know you could get him there with the coach strategy item, but my point is Colin Oliver is crazy. And we got Zaven Collins right here too, hits 83 zones. So I just feel like there's just not a good alternative to Colin Oliver. He can just literally do everything. But now at number 6 right here, we're going to have a left outside linebacker. And I'll be honest, I debated Harold Perkins a ton because I really like this card as a user. Micah Parsons feels like for his price, again, is kind of stealing because you're getting a rusher with 86 speed, 84 acceleration. Like this card, if he dropped as a receiver, that speed is not bad. Like that is almost a top end receiver in this game. And you're getting that value at linebacker. Or again, you can user this card as well. The 86 power moves, the 80 finesse moves, 85 block shed, 84 impact blocking. I love Micah Parsons for his price, his core ratings. If you don't want to user him, if you don't want him to be a coverage player, a rush defensive end with that quick jump ability, Micah Parsons is insane value right now. And really there's no alternative to him because he's going for like 70K. So he doesn't really need a cheap alternative. And I guess I could have like DJ Wesselock right here over Micah Parsons on the list, but I feel like you're just basically getting the same value. And you can objectively say DJ is a little bit better and then Micah should be the alternative, but I just feel like Micah is just literally stealing for his price. Now at number 5 right here, we are going to the defensive line. We're going to have 2 defensive linemen in a row. Then we're going to go to offense. So D-line right here, we have to talk about Jalen Carter because this card is actually insane. 83 speed, 87 acceleration at the DT spot. Actually at that 6'3", 314. The only person that comes close is like Minjo Green, but he's a little bit undersized. So, and also Jalen Carter, 86 power moves, 85 block shed. I have played up against this card a ton. He is actually just a problem. That's the only way I can describe it. He is a problem. Every time I see Jalen Carter, I know it might be a long day. So Jalen Carter's here for me. Now he's currently going for 500K as you can see right here. Who's his cheap alternative? I want to mention 2 cards. Riley Mills deserves to be mentioned with the 79 speed, 82 acceleration, 80 finesse moves, 82 power moves, good block shed, impact blocking. But the person I'm going to recommend, Timmy Jernigan. This is another card kind of like what I was saying about Micah Parsons. I feel like for his price, completely outperforms his price. He's 75 speed, 81 acceleration, 85 power moves with 84 block shed. The finesse moves and impact blocking is low, which might make you think this card plays bad. He's my starting defensive tackle. Again, I think he's just amazing for his price. And now we're going to go to number 4 right here. And number 4 is going to be a left end for me. Going to be Will Anderson Jr. This is another personal favorite Dill card. I think he is, again, elite. And this card with the 84 speed, the 87 acceleration, the 87 power moves, 80 finesse moves, good block shed, impact blocking. For me, the thing that stands out though is the speed and excel. This is a quick jump player for me, and he is my most noticeable defensive lineman. So I think the speed and excel really help him separate himself. But besides him, right, we can go ahead and sort by speed right here. You're going to see Will Anderson's number 1, but also we got some other standouts right here that I think for a budget can get the job done. And that's going to go ahead and be Patrick Payton, 83 overall for me. This is another potential quick jump player, and I get the power moves are low. The block shed impact blocking being low sucks, but his trade traits are actually phenomenal. So Bull Rush on no, think of that as power moves. Won't use the power move rating, only going to use finesse moves because of his traits. And this is a card that again can be a quick jump player for you. And I think for like 22K, I am willing to bet anything you put the quick jump on him, he will completely outperform his price. And now we are finally going to have some offensive cards, because I'm going to be honest with y'all too, man. I think offense, I'd say, is really easy in this game. You need the top end defensive cards more than you need the top end offensive cards, in my opinion. But we're going to have a receiver, a running back, and a quarterback. Receiver right here, going to be another season 1 player, going to be Luther Burden for me. Luther Burden, that 5'11" height, 88 speed, 89 acceleration, 85s across the board for route running, and get abilities like the cutter, the takeoff, the beat press pro, all phenomenal abilities. I kind of don't want to spend a lot of time on the season 1 guys because I think you guys get it. But again, who's the alternative to Luther Burden for the cheap? Well, you have some people like Chad Johnson, Michael Crabtree, think they're very much worth their price, but Nick Anderson does deserve to be mentioned. He's not going to be my number 1 choice, but 83 speed, 80s for route running, 6'4", budget beast as well. But we're going to go ahead and make this a little bit easier for ourselves. We're going to sort by speed right here because Luther Burden is a speed demon. So the alternative to him, we want him to be a little bit fast. So we're going to go with 83 overall, Jeremiah Smith. And this card again going for around 30K, 85 speed, and it's 83 for deep route running, but he's also 6'3" as well. So Jeremiah Smith, just the speed, can get the same abilities. Obviously not as good as Luther Burden, but not a bad alternative either. He is a beast. And now we're going to go to running back right here. Running back's going to be pretty simple. Still Quinshon Judkins. I know, boring. Maybe you want me to go Donovan Edwards. Maybe you want me to go Bijan, but I'm still going Judkins. This right here runs around the defense, and also it's the juke move too. So until they drop a running back just as fast as Judkins with just as good of a juke move, I'm going to tell y'all to keep using Judkins. Not going to spend a lot of time on that, but we do have potential alternative right here. And for me, the alternative for Quinshon Judkins, it was between 2 cards, Chris Johnson or Saquon, and I really like both cards. I would say Chris Johnson plays more similar to Judkins than Saquon does. So I'm gonna go Chris Johnson because you can still slightly run around the defense with that 87 speed. And again, he has the 86 juke as well. So CJ2K, gonna be my alternative. And now we're going to the number 1 spot right here. And of course we have to have a quarterback on the list. The question is though, what quarterback? Because man, oh man, do we have so many. We have Tim Tebow, we have Josh Allen, we have Quinn Ewers, we have Charlie Ward, JJ McCarthy. I mean, those are probably my top 5 guys. Out the bunch, how this game plays, who do I think is the best? Who am I banging the table for saying this guy's a must have? I'm gonna go with Charlie Ward still. And I think this is an argument to be had. You can tell me any of those guys, your favorite quarterback, the best quarterback. I'm not here to argue that. I'm just going to give you the reason why I think Charlie is the best. And you can agree, you can disagree. And for me, at the end of the day, it's all about this 86 speed. He can turn the worst play call ever into a great play, especially with that magician ability as well. Throw power isn't the highest. The accuracies aren't the best of the best. For me, again, it's the speed. Now, you might be like, okay, what about Tebow? He's 1 less speed, has more throw power. My issue with Tebow is the lefty, and I tried to showcase that in the video we dropped with Tebow. Him rolling out to the right, major like 10-point turn animation. Charlie Ward going left doesn't get that animation. So I feel like even though he's 85 speed, he's not gonna be the craziest scrambler in the world. That's not to say Tebow is bad. Again, we're talking about the difference between QB1 and like QB3 in this game, which is like this much because of how good, again, all these guys are. But yeah, Charlie Ward is going to be my guy. The alternative to Charlie Ward, I think, is the best priced quarterback in the game. Lamar Jackson for his price is crazy. I would say there's no reason not to run Lamar because the 112K that he's going for on Xbox, I saw this card for like 70K the other day. And I was like, 86 speed, 86 acceleration. Again, the throw power and the accuracies aren't the craziest. It's literally right there. Same thing for Charlie Ward. This has been my thoughts on the 10 must-have cards, the 10 best cards in College Football Ultimate Team. And let me know down below in the comments if you guys like the fact that I tried to include some cheaper alternatives as well. If you guys did like that, we'll keep that going in the future when we drop this style of video. If not though, you hated it, just wanted the top end guys, let me know down below in the comments. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more College Football Ultimate Team content just like this. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and see me use some of these cards live, again, been streaming here on both YouTube and Twitch. Watch on the YouTube, make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.